This episode of the Gamerheads Podcast is brought to you by Seven Bridges Premium Gourmet Yum Yum Sauce. Enhance every bite with our savory blends of flavors, perfect for meats, vegetables, and crispy treats. Whether you're dipping, drizzling, marinating, grilling, roasting, or snacking, Seven Bridges Yum Yum Sauce takes your culinary experience to the next level. Get yours today and make every meal a gourmet delight.
Hi, I'm Celia Schilling from Yacht Club Games.
Hey, this is James from Megacat Studios.
Hey folks, this is Matt, aka Stormageddon from Reignite and the Fun and Games Podcast.
This is Stephanie from the Boss Rush Podcast and the Boss Rush Network.
Hey, this is Mark and Keon from Bunte Avond.
Hey, this is Sebastian with the ProNerdReport.com and the Single Player Experience Podcast.
Hi, this is Chris.
Mike.
And Garrett from Daylight Basement Studio.
Hey, this is Baron J67 from Level 1 Gaming.
Hi, I'm Jacob McCourt from the Left Behind Game Club, Crossplay Conversations, and Video Game Trivia.
Hey, this is Todd Mitchell from Code Right Play.
Salutations, this is Mike Carroll from Stroll Art.
Hey, this is Jeff Moonen from Fun and Games Podcast.
What's good, y'all? This is Adam from Respawn Aimfire.
Hey, this is Patrick from the Backlog Odyssey.
Hey, this is Rune from Runic Codes.
Hi, this is Andrew from Spalato Bros.
Hi everyone, Jill Grote here from the Indie Informer.
Hello, this is the Crypt Master, and you're listening to Roger You're listening to Roger on the Gamerheads Podcast.
And welcome to another episode of the Gamerheads Podcast. My name is Roger. Along with me, I have my good friends and co-hosts. I have Zeb.
Yo.
And Jake.
Hello.
And wow, I can't believe that we are graced by the president and CEO once again, Phil.
You sound nervous tonight, Roger. What's going on?
No nervousness happening here. So yeah, I have quite a bit to talk about. I've been playing quite a few games, so I'm excited to talk about that. Our main topic is Borderlands 4, and that's why Phil is here, because he wanted to give his opinions on Borderlands 4. Or actually, he wants to counter my opinions on Borderlands 4. Now listen, I haven't played it yet. I just actually bought it today, Phil. So I'm excited.
I'm not necessarily here to counteract the opinions. I'm here because I'm a large fan of the franchise.
I am too.
I have played every Borderlands start to finish, and when I saw that you were talking about Borderlands, I had to step out of the Oval Office, and I had to come down here amongst the press and talk to my people.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're able to join us on this adventure. So before we get into all that, though, I do want to thank our patrons. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Phil, for supporting the Gamerheads Podcast. And you can, listeners, support us as well.
Wait a minute. Is this for us? I'm not just the president, I'm also a client?
That's right. I was wondering you were going to pull that out. I don't think these two realize what that reference is, but that's okay.
No, we're old.
We are olds. But yeah, if you want to support the Gamerheads Podcast, you can for as low as $3 a month. Go to patreon.com/gamerheads and support us there. And thank you so much for all those that do support us. It's a hair product reference.
Solo para hombres.
Yeah. So never mind.
I miss those.
Yeah. It was an old commercial. Not only am I the president, I'm a client too. So anyway,
you are nervous, Roger. I've thrown you off your game just by my presence being here.
I know. I was let's go, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Phil appears, and we're like, oh, yeah. I was just about to hit record, and then you show up, and I was like, oh my goodness, here we go.
You're like, oh, damn it, gotta scrap the plans.
Yeah, we got change of plans. No, I do want to talk about Borderlands 4 because it's been in the press a lot recently. I just picked up the game today. I have it on the Xbox, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I am really excited to play it because I do love Borderlands. I love the first. I mean, I also, I love all three of them. And then I love, was it Tiny Tina's Adventures, right?
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, yeah. As well as the pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I played that one. But Phil, you and I played a lot of Tiny Tina's together. That was really fun.
Yeah, we played quite a few hours of it together.
Yeah. So, but Borderlands 4 has come out. And, I mean, for the most part, I think it's, like, getting really good positive reviews. Like, a lot of people are really loving it. On Steam, it's just not getting as positive reviews. And I think part of it has to do with expectations of what the game should be able to handle and people's specs and such. Now, here's the thing I will say. Zeb and Jake, you probably both are more PC gamers than I am. I know, Phil, you're not a PC gamer.
I don't even know how to use one.
So for me, I see a lot of these woes that people are putting in there. And this is one of the reasons why I don't play on PC, because when I play on a console, I know it's going to work, right?
Mm-hmm. Do you?
For the most
part.
For the most part.
Unless it's Cyberpunk, yeah.
It's true. But even Cyberpunk, they fixed that, right, at the end.
Yeah, they took it off the old consoles that it shouldn't have been on, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely. Which we can get into with Borderlands as well, but we'll save that for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Well, so let's just talk about this. So, like, it's been some back and forth, people tweeting saying that the performance on their PC has not been the greatest. And I guess the part that I want to get into is the fact that, I don't know. So Randy Pitchford is a very interesting character. I don't think he'll ever back down from anything or from any criticism. Like, I think he'll push back at criticism. But I do wonder sometimes, should he be saying some of the things that he says on social media? So let me just read you some of the things that people have been saying. So, like, people were complaining about, like, the fact that it's not working and that they're not happy with the performance. He has given some advice around that, like what to do, like to use. And this is where Zeb and Jake, you're going to have to help me. He's suggesting using DLSS. It's great. The game was built to take advantage of it. What is DLSS? Jake or Zeb, do either of you know?
It's a thing that PC gamers use.
Good answer, Zeb. Good answer. I knew I liked you.
It upscales your graphics card.
Does it use AI to do that? What does it do?
I don't know if DLSS uses it.
Do a quick Google.
I know there's other ones that do. But yeah, it upscales it, and then it usually gives you like an option for like balance, performance, or similar to like what like the consoles do now, right? Where you can go into like performance mode or like go into more like graphics heavy thing to it and stuff like that.
So here's what GeForce or NVIDIA's like thing on their page for DLSS. DLSS is a revolutionary suite of neural rendering technologies that uses AI to boost FPS, reduce latency, and improve image quality.
Okay. So it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of just helps out older graphics cards, I think, and like
it says it's meant for the 50 series though, so I'm not really sure. It's like the DLSS 4 is for the 50 series. It's like only I guess like it makes it more powerful.
I use it on my like 30 series and stuff like that because it usually works. Sometimes it kind of like almost looks like it gives it like a cell shaded look to it sometimes.
I was gonna say, which fits Borderlands,
yeah, exactly. So maybe that's why he's like, "Yo, why aren't you using DLSS?" But I was using it a lot I was trying to use it a lot with Indiana Jones when I was playing that, and it was just messing with my computer. Like it just looked really crappy when I had it on and stuff like that. And it just, it like almost gives everything like a weird border to it. And so, I had to turn it off for that one, but I'm sure there's games where it's meant to be used for, right?
So I mean, so there's that. And then he does get a little spicier in some of his responses by saying, I was trying to offer to help you. This is a response to somebody that was getting frustrated with Steam. And he goes on, I was trying to offer to help you if you're not satisfied with your experience and want some help making trade-offs. I'm trying to help users understand the software is the software, and there are options available right now for people who want to play right now or to make significant and dramatic trade-offs between FPS resolution and graphic features. That's for people who want to play now. People that want to play later can play later. people can even get a refund after buying it and trying if they're not satisfied. Those are the options. My advice to users is to accept reality and tune, or not to play. Those are quoted from him. I don't know. And then there was one of my favorite quotes actually for him was he says along the lines of, "Code your own engine and show us how it's done, please."
Oh, I read that.
See, I think that's a fantastic response in all fairness. I also say that...
Go ahead.
I say that as somebody who runs a business, that like sometimes you can get complaints on things that are just like, oh, this isn't how I would have made it. Well, then go make it.
Listen, I'm
like,
not disagreeing with that.
I don't think that's what the criticism is. It's that it's not running as optimized as it should. And
okay.
Also, people have been very unhappy, I've seen, with the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
That seems like the internet has just collectively agreed it's not a good engine. It doesn't work well. And then the counterpoint of that is that Clear Obscure Expedition 33 was in Unreal Engine 5, and that's a beautiful game. So it's, I don't know, back and forth between it all, I feel like.
I will also say, so if we're talking about overall performance of the game itself, it runs beautifully on the Xbox Series X. It runs beautifully on the PlayStation 5. On the Xbox Series S, it runs at 30 frames a second instead of 60 frames a second because it's just not as powerful of a machine.
That's just every game on the S. That's what I have. Yeah, it's not good.
Absolutely. So also, if you're trying to run it on your PC at the highest optimal grades, dumb that shit down, and all of a sudden it'll run a lot smoother. You're going to have a lot better of an experience. It's that simple.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think that, there was some comments about also, this is a premium game for premium gamers, and I was like that feels a little.
It is. It's the newest, biggest AAA game that has come out on the new consoles, and it is pushing the new consoles absolutely as hard as they can go right now, as far as the technology goes. It's one of those games that might even be slightly ahead of its time, just due to what it's attempting to do. I was playing last night with a friend of mine who I will remain unnamed for the sake of this podcast, but he's on the opposite side of the world at the same time as me, and we're just operating independently of one another. Not a hiccup, not a glitch, not a lag. I was playing 3 nights ago with 4 different people. I'm on Xbox, 2 are on PlayStation, 1's on Steam. Not a glitch, not a hiccup. Everything running silky smooth. Like, it is pushing what technology can do as far as it can go. Yeah, he was playing on Steam and he was playing just fine. Okay. We had a 4-stack going, 3 different consoles, or 3 different systems, 4 different people. Not a hiccup, not a glitch, not a lag. It is pushing what it can do. It is essentially, I'm not going to say it is a next-gen game operating on current-gen technology, but it's pretty close to that with what the boundaries of this is pushing technologically wise.
Yeah. And listen, I get it that this is why I don't PC game, because of the fact that
me too.
I don't know enough about how to tune my computer to make it work. My question is, though, this is why you have PR. Why is he going out there and saying this stuff? Because, like, he's just...
That's always been Randy.
I know.
But also at the same time, Roger, if somebody is talking about your child in a bad way, are you going to send somebody else to defend your child?
Well, if somebody were... No.
But you remember when the movie came out?
Well, the movie was the shits, and I'm not here to argue that.
Well, yeah, but he was also very loud on social media criticizing anyone that dismissed the movie as not being this great Oscar-worthy flick.
But do you
he wasn't happy.
Nothing based around a video game is ever going to be Oscar-worthy. Let's be real about this shit. Nothing with guns in it, for the most part, is not going to be Oscar-worthy. Like, Randy's a very eccentric guy, from what I understand from the tweets that I have read and the interviews that I have read from him. He's also going to be somebody that's going to defend his baby to his dying day, which I also understand, because I would do the same thing if I have kids. I would also do the same thing for my restaurant, for the most part. Every once in a while, I'll admit that I'm wrong, but this is this is one of those things where the people that are complaining that it's not running well on PC need to take small steps to dumb it down a little bit for their PC to run it.
Yeah.
Like, it's that simple. Are you going to get the optimum performance out of it? Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get defending your baby. I get it. But I do think this is, and I'm just asking this question. I think that a lot of this would blow over. I think some people like to poke the bear and seeing that
it's
Randy
the internet, dude.
I know, but my point is, like, I don't know. At some point, I would just be like, listen, enough's enough. I said what I said, and I'm done. And maybe he has moved on. I don't know, but it just feels like there was a lot like people see that, oh, he's responding. Well, I'm gonna jump in on this now to get him riled up as well. I just feel like I get it. I just feel like the conversation could be about, because the game has good reviews. That's the thing. That's what we should be talking about. Everybody's talking about the tech. Everybody's talking about the tech issues because of his responses, and that's my point. Is like, I get what you're saying, Phil. I get that if it was my baby. Listen, if people were criticizing Gamerheads, I'd probably be like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right on every criticism. But I get wanting to defend your baby. I get it. But also, I feel like because of the amount of what he has said and the amount of heat that's happened and what's being covered, like I feel like the game itself is being missed because of the responses that we're seeing. That's my question. Like at some point, you just be like, listen, PR, take this over, because it should be about the game, and it should be about the scores, and it should be about that people are enjoying the game. And a lot of the coverage that we're seeing is just the responses from Randy around him getting frustrated, right?
I would also say that I'm sure that this is a small amount of people that are complaining. Like, for sure. It always is, right? It's the loudest ones that get the most attention. So I'm like, if reviews are going quite well, I'm sure there's hundreds, thousands of people that just didn't do a review and are enjoying the game. You know,
that's kind of what I was going to allude into, and I'm going to turn this again because it's something that I understand is the restaurant business. We get, as far as my restaurant goes, the restaurant that I work at, we get a lot of reviews, and we see hundreds of people come through every day. How many people leave reviews? Not as many as come through. You know who does leave the reviews? The bad reviews. Nobody goes out of their way to leave good reviews. People go out of their way to leave bad reviews because they want people to know that they had a shitty experience with it. Not that many people. There's, for every one person that comes in and says, your food sucks, your service sucks, there's 99 people that walk through that door and just been like, that place was awesome, we had a great time. Those people don't speak their mind because the negative ones are the ones that want attention. And this is kind of what the downfall of the entire internet is in general, is that it's just a cesspool of bitching, complaining, and griping about things. Nobody can ever just sit there and high-five somebody and be like, nice job. And if they do, there's 99 other people that tell that person to go fuck themselves because they're a piece of shit.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I'm saying, like, let those voices just die out. That's my point. Like, I feel like sometimes Randy just adds to the fire of that.
Yeah. So it'd be like if Team Cherry came out and was like, oh, you guys are saying Silksong is too hard, just get good.
That's fair.
Like,
this is the way that we designed the game. We're not going to dumb it down for you guys. They don't need to.
No one wants to hear them say get good. They're just like, we gave you the tools and now it's up to you. That's fine. But if they go and start replying to people saying, oh, this game is too hard, and they're like, well, you just suck, then that's where it gets a little like, that's where the attention gets pulled away from the game itself and gets put to the responses, which you don't necessarily need.
That's not even what Randy is saying. Randy has offered options as well as videos that have showed people how to make it run on their thing. He's not telling people to go out and buy a new PC. That way you can play the game that we put out. He's saying, here's what you can do.
10-year-old PCs.
Yeah, he's like, here's what you can do to make it run better on what you're working with right now. He has offered options in order to get people to get to that point where they can at least play the game and it is serviceable. Will it be at 120 frames a second? Probably not. Will it be dumbed down to 60 like the rest of us console heads have to use? Yeah, it will. And you know what they're going to get out of it? They're going to get a really good experience. He's offered solutions. He's not just out there picking fights. He offered solutions. People keep coming at him, and finally he's just like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I appreciate the fact that he is offering solutions, but also, like, let his team do that. Like, I guess that's my point. It's like,
who has more followers, him or his team?
Well, probably him.
That's why he's the voice out there, because he's getting his voice.
I get it.
We'll say, for example, he's got 700,000 followers. Dude in tech support's got 5,000 followers. Who's going to see more of what?
Yeah.
The masses are going to see the 700,000 responses or whatever.
Gearbox has their own social media.
Mm-hmm.
Gearbox could be, maybe they are posting saying, here's what you need to do. Okay. So, fair. I'm just saying that he's a very polarizing character sometimes, and I get it.
He owns a magic castle in Los Angeles, man. Like, he's an eccentric dude. He's going to defend what he does.
I get it.
I'm not here to support Randy Pitchford. I almost said somebody else's name. I'm not here to support that or naysay that, but it's just like the fact that this is even a conversation in 2025, and I'm not being an asshole to you guys by any stretch of the imagination, is mind-blowing to me when he has offered solutions and people keep shitting on him for the way that he's responded. He's offered ways to fix it and to help with it.
And I will say, I'm just reading the articles that I'm seeing. Like,
You son of a bitch, you're just here fanning the flames.
I'm just telling you. I'm just
fanning the
you
flames, Roger.
The other people are reporting on this, and it's not just. I mean, I'm just reporting what I'm reading. That's my point. My point is that the story should be about the game, and I listen. You make some really good points, Phil, about the fact that this is his baby and that he wants to defend his baby. And how often do you get the people, like, really, you don't get people in his position come out and say, here's how you fix the situation, right? Like, you would never hear Phil Spencer say this ever. Like, he would just say, people like the game, people are enjoying it, and that's it. That's all he would say. So I do appreciate the fact that he is on the front lines and suggesting things that they can do to fix the situation. I just think also that because it's the internet, that people push, and then he pushes back, and then it becomes, that's the narrative. And it's just an interesting, as somebody that's observing this from the sidelines, it's an interesting thing to see. And especially since it's like, yeah, but I just want to know about the game. Like, that's a good game.
You also see along those lines too, though, Roger, if you go and you scroll, like, I don't know if he's got any other forms of social media. Like, my main form of social media, and I understand that at this day and age I'm still in the minority, or that I'm back in the minority, is Twitter. Yeah. He does repost a lot of positive reviews and a lot of positive things being said as well, with his counteracting as to of like responding to negativity, but it'll also be like, hey, look, Games Rant gave us a blah, blah, blah. Game Informer gave us a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of other review sites really, because I don't really spend that much time on the internet. So like most of this is, I'm not going to say news to me because I've obviously caught wind of it, but like I'm not following it super closely because realistically, A, I don't care, and B, I don't care. But like he is also putting out like the positive reviews and things like that, where he's like, look, people are loving our game. And it is the 2% of you guys that are like, hey, this shit doesn't run on my PC. And he's like, hey, here's how you fix it. And people are still like, oh, Randy's a fucking dick for defending his game. No, he's defending his game.
Yeah. And I want to make it clear, I'm not saying he's a dick for defending his game. I'm not saying...
Dude, I'm not mad at you at all.
Oh, okay.
I would give you a bro hug if I was right there. Big fucking bro hug. 2 high fives, full embrace.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that was just something I wanted to talk about because I just thought it was interesting to see how this all played out, because at first it was a lot of just these scores coming through, and it was really exciting to see this and just really fun to see all that. And then the story started changing to Steam is having some issues and people are throwing fits, and Randy did try to solve their issues, but then got spicy back, which I get. It's just unfortunate.
How many times are you going to get punched in the nose before you defend yourself?
You know, but here's the other thing that I will say. Here's the other thing I want to say about this. Unfortunately, the people that are being spicy back to him are not being called out in any of these articles, right? Because they
never do.
Nobody, but that's the point. Nobody cares about them. That's the point. My point is that because Randy is on that, they're not going to focus on the shitty things that people say.
On the dude with 125 followers being like, your game's the shits, man.
No, but that's...
All right. But yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to interrupt, but yeah, I just pulled up the Steam page for Borderlands 4, and the top review, at least for today, is fun, impactful Borderlands gameplay. This stays a negative review until Randy shuts up. So they love the game. They're just pissed off that the boss is not shutting up. I'm not defending what they're saying, but this is what's causing, I think, part of the mixed scoring is now that people are just going, oh my god, can you just shut up? We're going to downvote his game now.
It's got 2 million units sold in less than a week at this point.
Yeah.
At one point last night, there were 600,000 people playing the game at the exact same time between all different consoles that are around.
It's fun.
Like, that's 30% of your populace that has bought the game is playing it at the same time a week later. How many other games can truly say that?
Yeah, probably Hollow Knight, Silksong, but other than that.
Baldur's Gate can probably still say it 2 years
Maybe.
down the line.
And
I warned you, Roger.
No, listen, that review that was Zeb just read there actually kind of makes me mad, because I think that's it
takes away from the hard work
takes
of the
away
devs
from the
and
yeah,
stuff.
but also like the fact that you're enjoying the game and you're gonna be like, I'm gonna leave this as a negative review until Randy come on, like that's BS, right? Like that part,
yeah,
I do think is BS. Like, do I think that maybe they're like, I get it, I get why he wants to defend his baby, but also on that flip side, like, the internet is the internet, and like, people are being kind of dicks about it too. So that was my thoughts. I will say I did play, I mean, we talked a little bit about it last week. I did play Borderlands 4 at PAX West. I played it both on the Nintendo Switch 2 and on I think it was an Xbox. Pretty sure it was an Xbox because I knew the buttons.
What did the controller feel like?
Felt like an Xbox controller. So that's why I was.
It was probably Xbox.
I knew where the buttons were, so I was like, I wasn't like all confused. Not that I don't know PlayStation, because I do own a PlayStation, but I just don't play it as much as my Xbox. But I will say, my time on the Xbox, fantastic. I loved it. It was so fun. Time on the Switch, did I hate it? No. Would I say it was a premium experience compared to the Xbox? No. Like, it was a better experience.
Better? Absolutely.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, it was funny because like when I played on a Switch. Sorry, Jake, I'll just mention this. When I played on the Switch, I played on Switch 2 first, and I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And then I played on the Xbox. I was like, this feels so good. So it was just an interesting thing. Sorry, Jake, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just wanted to bring up that, like, it's interesting about the Switch 2. Like, they did push it back, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't release until October now, right?
Mid-October, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah. So, and, like, obviously people were having issues with it, with the optimization of it. I know that Elden Ring on the Switch 2 also was having issues. Handheld mode for Switch 2. So, it's kind of interesting that it seems like this is Nintendo's new shiny console, and it can't play new third-party games.
Don't make me drive up there and give you a big ass hug if you're going to shut on the Switch 2. I'll do it, man.
Well, no, I mean, I still love my Switch 2, and like, it's...
I take back that hug.
It's for...
You're not even at a fist bump now.
Like first-party games and stuff like that. Although I did hear that Star Wars Outlaws is really well optimized on the Switch 2.
I hear Cyberpunk 2077 is very good on it.
2077 would be good. I'm just wondering if people aren't, like, these developers aren't getting dev kits for the Switch 2.
I'd say
they are.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Well, not all of them are. A lot of that's like a big thing, is a lot of devs aren't like, where are our Switch 2 dev kits? Like, someone asked Digital Extreme if Warframe was going to get a straight Switch 2 port, and they're like, as soon as they send us a dev kit. Seems like that seems to be the consensus.
And like, I mean, I can kind of see Cyberpunk being well received like that, just because it was they
have practice optimizing that now, so
they have practice optimizing it, but it was also a like day one game for the Switch, so I'm sure Nintendo wanted their release window to be well received.
True.
So I don't know. Hopefully the month that they have to fix Borderlands on the Switch 2 is good, and it does come out a little bit well, and maybe like by the time that comes out, maybe the PC version won't be causing as many issues as people are saying. So
yeah, I think
you know,
my Switch experience, it just wasn't the same as the Xbox experience, right? It just wasn't.
Did you play with Joy-Cons or did you go mouse and keyboard style with it? Because it does play both ways.
I can't play mouse and keyboard. Are you kidding?
I don't.
No, I can't. No, in fact, Phil, so much can I not play with mouse and keyboard that actually a developer for a different game called it out, said, you don't play with mouse and keyboard very well. I'm like, I know I don't. I play with a controller. And then they said, well, we're coming out with controller support for the game. Don't worry. I said, thank goodness. But yeah.
I wonder if it'll have the mouse controls, though. That would be kind of cool.
That would be really cool.
Like on the Switch too.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Hope we get to see that. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, it will be interesting to see. I would love. I don't expect it to be the same as the Xbox. I really don't. I don't expect it to be the same performance. And what I played, it wasn't like I couldn't play it. I mean, I played it. I was able to beat the boss on the Switch too. And I do feel like Borderlands is one of those things where it's like you get back onto the bike, but the characters were different enough that I was like, I have to learn a little bit more about my character too. And to be fair, when I played on the Switch too, I was first played with that character, and then when I went to the Xbox, I played the same character, and I played it much better because I knew a lot of the mechanics behind the Exo Soldier. So, like, that also has something to do with it because, like, the learning curve was lessened because of the fact that I did play it before. Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. The other thing, I don't think I mentioned this. The other interesting thing that and this has nothing to do now with the main topic. This is just Borderlands talk now. They had a smash room. I don't know. Is that what that was? The destruction room?
Mm-hmm. The rage room.
Rage room?
Yeah.
They had rage room. And I did not expect that. And I was at an appointment and I was talking to somebody and also hear a big crash. And I didn't know what was going on. I thought that it was somebody that was really mad at their computer and smashed their computer, like their demo didn't work or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like, my first thought was like something bad was happening. And that was at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, I have no idea what's happening. And
someone really had to get their rage out at 9.
I guess. I know. It was crazy.
Who are you to judge who's got rage at 9 a.m. or not, Jake? Damn it. Some of us wake up pissed off, all right?
There was a long line for that rage room. Like, a lot of people.
I believe it.
People like to break stuff.
I guess.
People are angry.
Limp Bizkit made a song about it. You've seen the internet, like Zeb said. People are angry.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it was an interesting. I didn't know it was going to be inside the floor too. I was just like, oh my god, it's like right here, right next to the Borderlands display. So it was very interesting. But I don't know. I like I said, I have expectations, and I think maybe that's the main story here, is that people maybe have weird expectations around what they think a game should or shouldn't be. And I wonder if in October we're going to have these same conversations about the Switch version of this game. I don't know. Again, maybe people's expectations shouldn't be this is going to be the same as an Xbox version of this game.
I mean, most people don't, I would hope.
Well, you would think. I don't know. Also, you would think that people that have PCs would be like, oh, maybe this can't run on my PC. I don't know. Well,
I think one of the facts too is that PC players, it seems like games nowadays come out and they're broken. Like, I don't know what it is, but like
I was watching streamers with the 50 series that's crashing trying to play Borderlands 4, so it had nothing to do with the quality of the hardware.
But like also like it just seems like games aren't well optimized anymore for PC. Like, I mean, Monster Hunter Wilds came out and there was so many problems with that game. It looked like silly putty when it
This is why I don't play PC games, though. This is why, like, I get why people want to, because, like, people can push their graphics card. Like, they can modify their computer to run it the way they want to run it. I get all that. But I also like the fact that when I put something in my console or play on my console, I expect
you press start and you get the optimal experience out of the game. It's like you don't have to fuck around with settings.
Exactly.
All I did was throw in all my hardware and turn the power on. Then I download a game and hit play. And I turn motion blur off. That's about the only setting I worry about. And then off to the races because I know my computer is able to play almost it. I wish I got Borderlands 4 because I'm assuming it wouldn't have a problem. I don't know. I can't say that for certain, but I would assume I'd be able to run it and I wouldn't be complaining. I didn't complain about Monster Hunter because that didn't look horrible either.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is like, I think people are trying to push it to its limit and can't. Like they're probably expecting 60 frames per second on like ultra, everything ultra, you know.
No, they're expecting 120 a second, not 60.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean that's the thing, right? Is like, I don't know. It's, I guess, like with consoles and stuff like that, you sometimes get that frames, like the frames that it says it's gonna get, you know, where, yeah, I guess in PC you might have to work for it a little bit, but
sometimes.
I've never really had a problem. I'm not a FPS.
I don't care about the numbers.
No.
Well,
me neither.
Me either. And that's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand. Like some of the comments that were made, and I wish I could find this one, but it was about it was like weird numbers. Like you expect this to be running in this, but it works just as well in you expect to be playing at 4K with ultra max setting, but I play it at 144p. This is Randy talking. Setting super high and super happy with the trade-off. The game looks amazing at 140p.
1440p.
Thank you, 1440p. That's my point, though. Like, why are people expecting that? I don't know. Maybe that's just weird that people are.
Because humanity is spoiled and expects everything to be handed to them all of the time. We live in a microwave society.
No.
Between
yes and no,
and 4K ultra something, I can't.
Depends on how big the monitor / TV is. That's the differential. Like it all has to do with size. If you're on a big enough monitor, yes, you can. If you're on a small enough, you won't. But that's again neither here nor there. It's like people are complaining that their apples are not Washington and they're actually juicy apples instead of Macintosh instead. Yeah, like. I don't know my apples because I'm a Samsung guy.
Hey.
People complain just to complain. They're going to bitch about whatever they can bitch about, especially if they think that they can get a hint of an iota of anything of a sniff for free.
Yeah. Well, or get Randy to respond to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or get a little bit of. I'd call it clout, but it's not clout. Like just a little bit of internet fame of like, oh look, I got so and so. In this case, Randy Pitchford to respond to me like. In 72 minutes, nobody is going to give a shit that a celebrity responded to you. Like, you're just looking for that instant dopamine hit, which is where the problem, I'm not going to go off on that tirade.
But I guess that was my point of this whole topic, is that I think people are pushing his buttons, knowing that they can push his buttons. And my question is, and I get he wants to defend his baby, and he gave a lot of good advice online too, but at the point it's like, let these assholes just be assholes, right? Like they're doing things to make you mad, and just let it be.
You also have to remember that most of these responses from him came out like days 1 through 3 after release, when everything's super fresh.
That's true.
And so he's like, all right, my team has grinded on this game, either or, for the last 3, 4, 5 years. And we've put out a really decent product, if not a damn fine product, and you guys want to shit on us because you can't seem to move a couple of sliders. I don't know how PC works. I'm just going to call them sliders for the sake of conversation. Go out and enjoy the experience instead of like coming here being like, my 6-year-old PC is overheating trying to run the game. Well, yeah, your PC came out 6 years before what this happened. My PlayStation or my Xbox Series, what was the last Xbox called? Not even Series X. My Xbox One. It can't run Borderlands 3 even as well as the Xbox Series X can. Am I pissed about it? No. You have to upgrade sometimes to keep up with the times.
Sure, yeah. This is why I don't buy PC.
Which is why I don't think anyone that playing in the Switch version should be upset if it doesn't.
They should be pissed at themselves for buying a Switch, let's be real.
Oh my god.
I'm back.
Well, if the Switch 2 costs
is
the
bad.
same as an Xbox, then yeah, you should buy a PlayStation or Xbox if you want power.
Absolutely. If you're just looking for those 3 titles that Nintendo's going to put out over the course of their 6 years of lifespan, cool, go for it.
Don't make us get buyer's remorse now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Mario are great.
I saw that Pokemon Stardew Valley game. I'm sold.
Yeah.
Pokemon Valley?
Yeah.
Essentially. Looks awesome.
Poka some
Valley Newmon?
Poketopia.
Yeah,
Poketopia?
Yeah.
Something like
It's
that?
one of my favorite websites is Poketopia.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on. To games that are coming out. These are the games that are releasing 9/21 through 9/27. So the first game I have listed here is Blood Thief. That's coming out on PC on September 22nd. Also on September 22nd, we have Endless Legend 2. That's coming out on Early Access on PC. Baby Steps. Oh, this is a game I've been looking forward to. Baby Steps coming on PlayStation 5 and PC on September 23rd. Also on the 3rd. I didn't know this was actually a game. This makes me laugh. Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 1 Re-Raptored.
I'm in.
We talked about 3 last week. So
Yeah,
1 is
awesome.
coming out now. Re-Raptured. That's coming out on 23rd. I wonder if that game is. I wonder what that game is like. I played 3. I don't know about 1. I'm excited to play 1. Slime Rancher 2 is coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on the 23rd. On the 25th, Consume Me on PC.
Easy, Roger.
Yeah, no, this is a PG-13 rated show.
With me on it? No, it's not.
Hades 2. That's coming out on Switch 2. A Switch and PC on the 25th. I will say I did play Hades 2 at PAX, and that looked fantastic on the Switch 2. Lost Rift, that's coming out in Early Access on the 25th. Also on the 25th, we have Silent Hill F coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. And then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, also coming out on 25th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Still make games for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Switch and PC. Oh my god, I always mispronounce this game. Alteria Resolaria, the Red Chemist and the White Guardian, PlayStation 5, Switch, and PC on the 26th. EA Sports FC 26, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on the 20th. Also on the 26th, Free Ride on the Switch. I don't know what that game is. Hotel Barcelona coming out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. NBA Bounce. This kind of looked interesting. This is like where the mascots are playing basketball.
Is it like Jam? Or Street?
Looks like Jam. It kind of looks like Jam. It reminds me of Jam, but with the mascots playing. That's on Xbox, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And then finally, Pac-Man Pac World 2 Repack. I'm actually really looking forward to this.
Is that 3-pack?
Cool. Yes, it does.
2-pack?
2-pack? No, Repack.
2-pack's dead. It'd have to be 3-pack.
Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4, Switch 2, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on the 26th. So, those are the games that are releasing next week. Anything stand out for anyone here that they're going to be playing? I mean, I have a theory. Hades 2. I'm assuming a lot of people are playing Hades 2.
I'll check out Hades 2 when it hits
Excited
Xbox.
for
Yeah.
Hades 2.
Yeah, I think it's coming to Game Pass, or maybe not right away. I thought it was.
No, yeah, Nintendo secured the console exclusive for I don't know how long. But
They did that with 1 too, didn't they, Zeb?
They did.
Or I should say 1 as well.
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah, they did. That's actually one of the reasons I wanted to get a Switch, because it was a Switch exclusive, timed exclusive. I don't think they used time exclusive at the time, though. I think they just said it's a Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, it's a console timed exclusive. So, yeah.
That Silent Hill looks really good. And then the Sonic Cross World Racing looks fun just because I don't know. I love all the characters they're bringing in. Joker from Persona 5 and Ichiban from the Like a Dragon Yakuza series, who just, I don't know. It's nice to see some competition for another certain kart game. cost.
It's only available on
$90
one system and is $90.
It may be. Well, this one is cross-platform and everything. And I think I remember at the Game Awards, I kind of poked at Mario Kart saying, unlike another game, this one will be cross-platform and you can play with your friends and will be like how much is that gonna cost? I don't know, but yeah.
My question is why does Sonic need a car?
That's
that
a
was
damn
my
fine question.
Too. I thought the same thing. Why does Sonic need a car?
Yeah.
Isn't he faster than a car? Why does he need a car?
I would assume he's faster than a car.
My only suspicion is that to make it fair, he needs to drive a car.
Fair.
That's what I suspect, that people that are
it's a
racing
sequel,
against him.
so figure out why he's in a car in the first one and then we'll know.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe he got his legs run over and he can't use them anymore. And that's why he's in a car.
That would be really sad.
To make kids cry.
Yeah, I think for me, like Hades 2, certainly on the list. I will say Pac-Man World 2 Repack. That actually looks really cool.
It looks like a fun platformer.
Yeah. I will tell you one game that is not on my list, and that's Silent Hill.
Come on, Roger.
No, I will not be playing that game. But yeah, I don't know.
As someone that actually really likes those type of games, I don't know anything about Silent Hill F.
Well, I mean, I could point you to, well, not anymore. Because I could point you to
is it a third-person game like the other ones?
I don't know. I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume so. I can't see them changing that formula.
Oh, Resident Evil did.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is third person. It's third person, yeah.
Third person, okay. And it's not a remake or anything? Like it's a completely new...
All original.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, maybe that's the one that gets me into Silent Hill. I've never played them before, so... Yeah.
They're kind of tedious in all fairness. Like, it's more of a grind than the Resident Evil games are, but they also have a higher level of spookiness / intensity than the Resident Evil games do.
It's also much more gets in your head.
Absolutely. Kind of like a dumbed down Eternal Darkness if you ever played Eternal Darkness, but that's also an old person game.
I do know that.
All right, well, let's move into our final segment then and what games we're currently playing. Phil, since you graced us with your presence, I'll let you go first. What are you playing, Phil?
Wow, where do I start here? I've got 2 current addictions in life, which are not my normal current addictions. And we obviously kind of touched on one earlier, so I'm going to touch on the other one first. And Jake and Zeb, you guys are both PC users, so I'm sure you guys have been playing this, or at least have checked it out before. I'm obsessed with Phasmophobia. Obsessed with it. That game is...
Roger in on that.
I have that game now, Phil.
Yeah.
Do you really?
I really do, yeah.
That game...
It's fun with friends. It's not scary if you have people to play.
No, if you play solo, it'll scare the shit out of you.
Yeah,
but if you're with friends,
Halloween stream or something like that.
It is, like I said to you earlier in the chat, Roger, it's a first-person horror puzzle game, basically, is what it is. Like, your entire attempt is just to try to figure out what kind of a ghost it is, get out of there alive, and do your thing. But it is very, very well done. The intensity level is definitely there, even with friends, but solo, it's even more so. If you like horror games and or puzzle / strategy games, I highly, highly recommend checking it out. It's incredible. It's very well done for being as, I don't want to use the phrase janky because janky's not right, but it's very bare bones, well fleshed out at the same time, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good media experience. There's not a ton there, but what's there clicks very good and plays pretty fantastically. There's not too many technical glitches at this point, and it's also their 5th anniversary this week, so everything's double XP.
Is it really? They've been out for that long, huh?
Yeah, it's been out since 2020, obviously, with it being 2025, as I just realized.
Thanks for doing math with me.
Yep. But I play it probably 2-3 times a week, typically with friends. I've done a couple of solo player experiences, and the solo player experiences are way more intense than when you're with friends, when you don't have somebody to talk to and just be like, hey, this is happening in this room. But like when you're alone, all of a sudden it goes off. You're just like, shit, by the way, just turned on the teddy bear. Nobody? Fuck, it's just me.
And you gotta talk to the ghost, too.
And you gotta talk to ghosts as well. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, this game scratches all sorts of my itches, and I love this game, and I think about it a lot more than I should admit that I do, because I'm having the time of my life with it, and I'm really bummed that it took me as long to get into it as it did.
Is there an option to just sit at the car and just watch it? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I call that
there is a role.
Yeah,
it's definitely a role, especially when the video camera's in play, because you're recording evidence and stuff like that, and like keeping track of that while everybody else is inside. Like, once the video camera's set up, you can easily have somebody sit in the car and just like call things out.
Okay, well, that sounds like a perfect role for me.
That's what I'll do.
It's not as peaceful as you might think it is, Roger. I'll tell you that much.
You gotta go outside.
Okay, is there a role for somebody just to get like food for everybody? Like, I'll just go get the food and snacks.
No, but if when we're playing, you want to DoorDash me some Taco Bell, I won't bitch.
I like it.
Phil, you made me laugh when you said, I'll play this game with you, but no spicy foods.
I just got to cover your outs, man.
Yeah, well, so it was Outbreak. We talked about this. Actually, we have to talk about this.
Outlast, not Outbreak.
Outlast. You're right. Outlast. We'll have to talk about Extra Life here soon as well. But I was playing that for Extra Life, and I ate hot wings earlier, and it caused me to want to poop. It was really hurting. Like, and then playing that game, and it was really late at night, and I was like, it was not a good combo. That was not a good combo. There was like a lot of really.
I'm still throwing quotation marks when it comes to this because Roger was not happy with the game. So I think it was just like, man, spicy wings, owies. I have to go now. Things are bad.
I also didn't make it out of the main room, right? Was it like I didn't make it very far in that game?
I think you explored 2 rooms, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
maybe 3 at the most.
Yeah, I explored more of that than Layers of Fear. That's for sure. Do you remember when I played Layers of Fear?
I do. I like Layers of Fear. That was a good game.
I did not make it very. I was like, why is there water running? Why did they leave the lights on?
Roger was scared because people were wasting money on water running.
Oh my god! Now my Alexa just went off and said, "I'm not sure how to help you with that." Neither am I.
Will say when it comes to Phasmophobia, one of my favorite things that has begun to happen is my girlfriend has caught on to the fact that when I am quote unquote ghost hunting, she goes to bed. And when she goes to bed, I turn off all the lights because I can see the game better because it's a very, very dark game. So you need most of the lights off just to see it. But she is taken akin to messing with me as I play it. And she will do things like sneak halfway down the stairs and tap me on the shoulder as I think that she's asleep just to see my reaction. And if she had some kind of a camera attached to her to watch me like just yell at her, it'd be pretty priceless. She pelted me in the back of the head 3 nights ago with a roll of balled up socks from 2 rooms away. And I just about pissed myself. Because, like,
That's a betrayal of trust.
Oh, no, it's amazing. And I respect the hell out of her. Like, I love my girlfriend dearly. We've been together for God only knows how many years. And, like, when she does things like that, I'm just like, this is why I'm still here. Thank you.
That sounds like a great time.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Is the other game Borderlands 4? Is that the other game you're playing a lot of? Or
yeah, do you want me to talk about it, or do you just want me to shut up?
Yeah, no, I want you to talk about it. Yeah.
I'm playing it on the Xbox Series X. It runs fantastically. It is Borderlands that you know and love with the level of crude / early 2000s internet humor as I've heard it compared to being dumbed down a little bit, where it's a little bit more of a serious game. But it's a looter shooter. I'm about a day's worth of playtime into it in the last week, and I've done 3 missions.
Okay.
Because I've done so many side quests. There are so many side quests that I just keep peeling off onto those. Because that's how I play open world games, and that's the way that I roll in, like, I've been playing with a couple of other people that actually work at the comic shop that I go to, and they're just like, how are you not this far yet? How do you not have this yet? And I'm just like, well, how have you not done this, and this yet? And they're like, oh, you've done all that? And I'm like, yeah. Okay. But it plays, on the Xbox Series X, it plays silky smooth. I have not had a hiccup with it. And like I said earlier, 3 different systems / consoles, PCs, and not a problem in the entire world.
Yeah. Jake, what are you going to say?
Is it open world, like fully open world?
Yeah, and it's massive. It's a big ass world, and I'm not kidding when I say you can have somebody on one side of the world and somebody on the other side of the world. I was doing work this morning while playing with a friend of mine, and he just randomly jumped into my game, and I was just like, dude, this isn't the time that you want to play with me. I'm going to play for 15 minutes. I'm going to pause for 10 minutes, and I'm going to go mess around with work stuff, and I'm going to come back and play for 15 minutes. So like the first time that happens, and I kind of like get myself into a safe location, and I come back, and he's suddenly, no exaggeration, 6,000 meters away from me doing his own thing, and I jump back in the game. And we're playing together, but we're not playing together. Like, you can do everything fully independent.
That's cool.
Not a hiccup, not a glitch, not a nothing. Like, ran perfectly. Didn't even need to communicate. We were both just doing our own thing. Regroup back up again. I peeled off to go change laundry or whatever that it was that I was doing. Sent like 3 or 4 more emails. And again, he peeled off, started doing his own thing. We regrouped back up again, and everything was fine. Like, it's such an easy experience to jump in and out of co-op wise. Like, if you've got somebody on your console friends list and or your shift friends list, like, you can just jump in and out of their game, and it doesn't affect anything. It runs so good on the console.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. I wish I got to play it before coming here. I didn't get a chance to, but I really wanted to. But because I love Borderlands, yeah. So that's a game I'm really looking forward to. Anything else, Phil?
No, just the usuals. And for anybody that's ever listened to the show, what I've been on it means the show Overwatch and the show on Overwatch basically.
Nice.
Overwatch currently has a crossover going on with Persona something or other, the one with the Joker in it. So there's skins you can unlock with that too, which might intrigue some of the people that are fans of that game. I know nothing about it. I'm just here for the Overwatch.
The Persona 5, right?
That is Joker.
Yeah, that's Joker. Yeah. Zeb, what have you been playing?
Been playing more Silksong. I did get past that boss I was talking about. I was stuck at last time and stuff, and did all that, and now I'm stuck at another boss, so it's fun. I'm having
get good, Zeb. Get good.
Days though. I know. I definitely am not. I was watching Steph play it the other day on Discord, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you're significantly better at this than I am. Like, and she's 10 hours behind me, but I'm just like, the way you're moving and everything, I was like, okay, I get it now. I like I'm being a little too timid is what I'm noticing watching other people play that. But still really enjoying it. The game is beautiful, and I will say I get the hype. The team does a masterful job of world building, storytelling, character development, and it all for a game that there's no actual voice dialogue, and they all just speak like Simlish and stuff. I'm like, damn, this game gets deep. So really enjoying that and just the exploration of it all and stuff. And then Jake and I both started playing Dune Awakening.
Yeah,
they did a free weekend and they got us both.
That's the goal.
I'm excited to just go back and harvest more spice, and I want to get my ornithopter.
It's all about the spice. It's all about the
spice.
Spice of life.
It's not that show. Silksong, game of the year for you?
No.
No. Okay.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I don't know. Right now, it's between Expedition 33 and Death Stranding 2.
Okay. Death Stranding 2 is like a game that I don't know if that's on a lot of people's list of game of the year.
I know. I don't think it is, but I don't know. The message that it delivered was one that I felt is really needed right now and stuff. And I don't know. It's just a really good game that I love the Death Stranding games. I know people call them walking simulators and stuff, but just the detail that they put into the environment of those games and stuff.
You playing a ghost game over there, Phil? What's going on?
Yeah, right.
I got a cat trying to get in.
Nice.
A 21-pound cat that's like, I hear you talking, let me in. And this is the only room in the house with plants in it, so I'm just like, you can't come in here, dude. I'm sorry.
That's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. The Death Stranding games have always been just about like connections and that you're not alone in the world and stuff. And I just think it's a good message, and especially right now, it's one that I feel like a lot of people need to hear. Too bad it's only on the PlayStation 5s.
Yeah.
Only like 200 people can play it. But
no, PlayStation 5's bigger than that, obviously.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Expedition, I need to play that game yet. I have not played it.
Yes.
Everybody that is like, you have to play this game, you have to play this game, and I really do have to play that game.
Yeah, I feel like that will probably win Game of the Year if Silksong doesn't steal the show.
Yeah, see, I don't. I don't know.
I would truthfully be moderately shocked if it doesn't win it, and I've never touched it just from the hype that surrounds it, though. Like from people, it's getting all of the love.
Yeah,
it's so good.
People will still, you mention it and the internet will blow up talking about it still. Like, it hasn't gotten forgotten. It came out in March.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
And it's still talked about. People still want to play it. The streams still blow up when people get to the act ends. People want to see their reactions. So it's still in people's heads. So, but then I don't know. Ghost of Yotai is coming out. So
yeah, Ghost of
who
Yotai.
knows?
I would say I think a lot of people. There was a lot of cosplayers that dressed up for Expedition 33.
Yeah,
I loved seeing that at PAX. That was great.
It was like dressed up as like French people.
Yeah,
they're
French.
Well, I didn't.
I saw
listen,
them.
I haven't played this game, so I saw people, and I was like, "What is that?" And Trina was like, "That's from Expedition 33." I was like, "I thought they were just like selling baguettes or something." I don't know. I didn't really understand what was going on there. I mean, because they're like the traditional French. They got like the beret, and then they have like some striped
it's
shirt.
a skin that you can unlock.
Mustaches and striped shirts, looking like mimes.
I saw people.
Actually, that's kind of how you get them.
They kind of look like.
I saw people at TennoCon
dressed as. That doesn't make any sense.
As Expedition, because Ben Starr is one of the voices in it, and I think people were expecting him to show up. So
he did, kind of,
in a fridge.
Yeah. Huh. Cool. Anything else?
A million other things, but those are my two main things right now.
Okay. Jake, what about you?
Still going through the Rogue Prince of Persia. I was able to figure out how to get it on my Steam Deck, so I'm kind of happy about that. So yeah, I've been playing that a little bit on the Steam Deck. It's very nice on there, and it's just so freaking smooth, and I love the animation and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been playing that. Dune. I'm a big Dune head, so I've been like...
That sounds like an insult.
So, I don't care. I'm a Dune head.
I'll take it.
If you were to call somebody a Dune head, I'd just be like, if somebody was to call me a Dune head, I'd be like, all right, we're throwing down?
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's really neat. They put a lot of cool kind of work in it. I was talking to Zev about it the other day. Like I was like, well, in the books, they're not supposed to wear their like shields on the sand because it attracts the worms and stuff.
I was like, well, if you look, it says worm sensitivity extreme. So don't do that.
So everything like has a sensitivity to the worms and stuff like that.
Can you ride worms in that game?
No. That's the one.
Also sounds dirty.
Gripe I have about that game. Like, you don't give me a Dune game with sandworms and then not.
Yeah, how could you not ride them? Like, that's part of the.
It's an MMO.
I understand.
So maybe later.
Yeah,
maybe later.
I hope that they add that as an option.
I saw they have the Thumper, so you can attract them.
Yeah.
So I would hope
you can
eventually.
I want Worm Rider as a title. Board Now 23, Worm Rider.
Yeah,
that's me. I ride the worm.
Listen, hey, if you are a worm rider in Dune, the world of Dune, that's like a big deal.
Yeah, only the Fremen can do it until Paul shows up.
So maybe we haven't finished the story yet, but maybe once they introduce the Fremen, then we'll be able to.
Are the Fremen in this game?
Ride worm. Yeah, that's like the whole point. Is you're trying to find the Fremen.
You're basically like. Paul is on a spice trip at the beginning of the game. No, I know.
Paul doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the game, he's like, I see a million other universes. So essentially, he took way too much spice and he's tripping out. And he's like, I see a universe where Lady Jessica chooses to have a daughter instead of a son.
Okay.
So because Paul was never born, then she becomes a Truesayer. She catches the betrayal of Dr. Yu. So Atreides stay in power, which creates a whole thing that happens in Arrakis. Then the Sardaukar go and supposedly wipe out all the Fremen, and then we show up, and
so this is an alternate
really
universe.
Know what we're supposed to do yet?
It's an alternate universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it's an alternate Duniverse.
Some could say that.
See, I got a couple of reactions. I'm all right with that. As long as I can get a couple of people to react to that, I'm fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's an MMO, basically an MMO survival game. You're building your bases and stuff like that. But like me and Zeb are in the same world we don't have to like join each other's games or anything like that. We're just there in the same world and stuff like that. And so that's kind of cool.
It's like
It's
V
weird.
Rising if you played that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I haven't met anyone else though. It's just me.
No,
and
it seems like it's
Sam.
just us in this world.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on there. But maybe
I've
we're
seen
just
plenty
in
of
a
bases. I just don't know.
Yeah,
where they are.
there's so many bases everywhere that people have just left around. So I don't know. Maybe we're just in the starting area and and we just have to get out of it. So
Is it an older game?
No, just
no.
Came out. Oh yeah, it came out shortly after PAX East.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they had the
When I
beta
say
during the
just came
weekend.
out, I mean this year.
Few months.
Yeah,
ago,
6 months or so.
Yeah.
So,
but they are giving out at PAX Eastville. They are giving out free weekends to play that weekend, and we're all like, well, "We're here. How can we play this?"
No shit.
Yeah.
Do you live in Boston? Here's your free pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we asked if it would work on the Steam Deck, and they're like, probably not.
Yeah. It was very funny. And then also they had, what was the thing? They had like a big sphere that you could play the game in, right? Wasn't that?
That was for Night Rain.
Oh, that was Night Rain.
The
That's
sphere.
right.
That
That's
was
right.
just the
So you went,
teaser.
so Night Rain, they had this huge giant sphere. You went there, and so these two spent their media hour, a little thing of PAX, like the first hour of the first day is just media hour, so you can go and check out anything. These two decided to go check out Night Rain, and you got there, right? And they gave you a ticket, right? Wasn't that the thing, to come back at a different time?
Yeah, for 10 a.m. or like the opening time.
Yeah.
So then we're okay, let's go to
Jesus.
Dune. And then they're like, we're still setting up. And we're like, oh, okay. And then I think media hour was over. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, no.
You were like halfway in line at Larian to get stuff, and then we were like, oh no, we got to get over to Night Rain because it's going to start soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that media hour goes very quick.
It does go very quick.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jake?
Hollow Knight, I'm still going
So
through.
you're playing the first one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's been fun. I'm still kind of like learning everything about it and whatnot because I've never played those games before, so it's a little daunting at the beginning. I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going and stuff like that.
It's also not an easy game, which
No,
is
it's
part of
not.
why, like, when I see people like talking about how tough Silksong is, it's just like, well, the original was not a walk in the park either. It's tough.
Yeah, and also I will say Hollow Knight is one of those games that you put down and try picking up like months later, and you're like, oh, what am I doing?
No, not a chance in hell.
Yeah, you're starting over.
Yeah.
Yep.
If that.
Yeah. That's what happened to me, because I was going to get back into Hollow Knight myself, and then I was like, I have no idea where I'm at, and I don't know if I want to start over. Yeah. So I just said, you know what? I think I'm good.
I also finished Lies of P's DLC.
Nice.
No kidding.
So
Congrats.
I really want to get back into it. Like I want to do New Game Plus already.
Wow.
They gave me a really cool weapon at the very end of the game, and I'm like, damn.
So do you know, are there multiple endings?
There is,
or Lies
yeah.
of P like Elden Ring, so you could play it through again and get a different ending. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. There's I think there's only one ending for the DLC.
Right.
Just because it's a little, it's timey-wimey. There's time travel kind of involved in it and stuff like that.
Timey-wimey? I like that.
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the original does have, I think there's 3 endings to
okay.
First. So yeah, there's also a big ass nose you can get in the game as a weapon.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
it took me.
Lies of P it's Pinocchio, right? So
it's Pinocchio.
Yeah.
It depending on if you tell truths or lies in the game, there's a painting that its nose grows if you do a bunch of lies, and if you do enough lies, you can take the nose off, and then it's a weapon that you can get. It's like a big staff.
That's cool.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
So like I want to go because I didn't lie enough in my first playthrough, so I kind of like want to go back. And
do you turn into a donkey at some point in that game too?
No, but there are the animals are in the game. They're people that are wearing masks. So there's the donkey, there's the cat, the black cat, the fox.
Okay.
All those blue fairies in it, Geppetto.
Really?
All the cast is in it. It's really cool. I really like how they did it. And
the crickets in there too?
Yes. Yeah, Jiminy is he's like your companion. He's like a robot kind of like AI thing.
He kind of a smartass from what I remember in the demo.
Yeah. He's pretty helpful though. So he's kind of like your ghost in Destiny. Like your character doesn't talk, but Jiminy talks, so stuff like that.
Okay.
So
you're conscious.
It's really cool. I really liked it. It was a cool game.
Yeah, I want to play it. I've heard people say it is an accessible Souls-like. That still doesn't
has a difficulty setting.
That's what I hear too. I still think I don't know if this is for me. I just don't know if that's for me, and it's okay. Not every game has to be for me, but it.
Yes, it does, Roger. Every game should be for you, and if not, complain about it and take to the internet and complain.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was still really hard on easy mode.
Okay.
So
it's not on me. The game. That's okay.
Yeah, like if you're not into Dark Souls games at all, then I wouldn't suggest it.
Did I tell you guys the story about Demon Souls last week? Did we talk about that? I don't remember.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah.
I thought I did. I just didn't remember. So yeah, not for me. Cool. Anything else?
That's it.
For me,
lots of games.
Yeah, lots of games. I also have lots of games. So I'll start off by saying this. Last weekend, we went to the Madison area, Madison, Wisconsin, and we went to a barcade. I'm not going to name the name just because I'm just not going to.
You don't want to plug it? Or did you have a bad experience?
I didn't have the greatest experience. That's why.
Okay, that's fair.
And so it was one of these places that you buy cards. Fine. You can buy cards that have money on it. The thing was, I didn't know how much a game was. So it said like number of plays on your card, but but each game had different play. It was like there was 3 different currencies on the card. It didn't make any sense to me. And I'm not going to talk about them because it'll give away what the name of this place is. So I don't really want to say the things, but it was like at least 2.
They've got Buster credits. They've got Ann credits, and they've got Dave credits.
Yeah. It wasn't Dave and Buster's. Although Madison does have a Dave and Buster's now, which I was just like, that's interesting. It's in the old Sears. If anybody knows where Madison and Madison.
I actually do know where that is.
Do you know where the West Town Mall is? That's where it is. Yeah. So, but anyways,
kind of close to where Shakey's used to be.
Yes, correct. Also, I'm not going to mention that place.
Hooters? And, you can say Hooters, Roger. It's okay.
No. So I never went here. This is again, this is an E-rated podcast, so it doesn't really matter. There's a place.
It's not. I'm on it.
There's a place. No, E for explicit. Like.
Yeah, that's right.
There was a place off of Verona Road, and the only reason I knew this because I had to drive past it every day. It was called Smut and Eggs, so you can go have breakfast and watch.
Yeah, it's like eggs and legs that the local strip joint here used to do too.
And I don't know. Those two things really don't seem to mix in my mind. I don't know if I'd want to eat at a place like that, but yeah. So and also like. The exterior didn't look all that great, but hey, who am I to judge? I never went inside, so I don't know. Maybe it was fine.
There are so many puns sitting right there, Roger. I know, so many puns.
So anyway, we went to this place, and my youngest daughter, was playing Crossy Roads. I think that's the name of the game. It's like Frogger, but with a chicken.
It's like pixely.
That's right.
That's Freeway.
It was a phone game.
It was a phone game, but also they turned it into like a huge giant arcade.
Of course.
Game. And so my wife and my daughter were playing it because she really wanted to play it. And you get tickets. That's one of the currencies. You get tickets. And after like 3 plays, I put $20 on this card, and they're like, we're out of plays. And I was like, what now? What? Really? $20? So the $20 went just like that. It was crazy. My daughter really wanted to go back. There was other games I wanted to play. They had Killer Queen.
Killer Queen? Killer Queen's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They had Killer Queen there. You two haven't played Killer Queen, have you? Oh, okay. It's really good.
I don't think so.
It's like Joust.
Yeah, it's like Joust, except like team-based, right? And then Yeah, Phil and I they had Killer Clean Black on the Switch. Phil and I played that. That's gone. The game's still there, but you can't play it online anymore, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, because they were built on an Amazon platform, and that got taken down. So unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so there was some really cool games there, but I was like, My daughter really wanted to go back the next day. This is Saturday, and she was like, "Can we go back?" And I said, "We'll see about it." And then and she's like, "Do you promise?" And I was like, "Sure," knowing that she'd forget.
I promise we might be able to go back.
Yeah, exactly. The next morning, Sunday morning, the moment she wakes up, she's like, "Dad, a promise is a promise." And I was like, "Well, promises are made to be broken too."
Mm-hmm.
She really wanted to go back there. She was so like, I want to go back. And I'm like, I am not going back there. I'm not going to spend that money. So instead, I will name this place. We went to Geek Mania, which is on the west side of Madison. I knew about this place because I've been there before. It is a all-you-can-play arcade place. So normally it's $15 a person. The guy gave us a good deal. For me and my 2 kids, it was $30. All we could play.
Not bad.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
It was so much fun. They had so much fun. They had these I've never seen this before. These Star Wars battle pods. So you climb inside this thing, and it's like it's like a pod like thing that you climb into. They have 2 of them, so you could play with another player. So they were linked together that way. You could play solo too. And it's like a flight simulator, and it's like you're in like because it's a whole screen, it's projected down into the pod. Feels like you're actually inside there. I got a little motion sickness playing it, but my son and my daughter loved it, and they did the Star Wars trench or the Death Star trench, and they
the Death Star run.
Yeah. It was really fun to watch them and do that. It was a blast. So they had really a lot of fun with that. There was my favorite arcade game. Well, one of my favorite arcade games is Die Hard Arcade. I love that game so much. And they had it, and I really wanted to play it, but my daughter was like, "I don't want to play this, Dad. I don't want to watch you play."
That's when you send her on her merry way. Be like, "You're 3 machines away from me at any given time. Dad's doing this."
I know. I was like, I thought that, but I was like, well, she's 5. My son, I can let him. He's 10. He can roam around, and he's fine. I didn't feel comfortable with her roaming around. But instead, I brought her to the pinball room, and they had like 10 different pinball machines in there, and I got her hooked on pinball. She loves pinball. It was so amazing watching her play. So that was really a lot of fun. So it was a really good time. So that was my weekend. And then I have been playing a lot of Rogue Labyrinth. So I've been playing on that a lot. I've been reviewing that. I'm reviewing that game. That game is really fun. So Phil, it kind of reminds me in some aspects of like Smash TV, because you are a TV contestant that's thrown into this thing where you have to go from room to room. It's really brilliant though. They have other contestants you have to battle against. So it's a roguelike. So your rooms are like you select the room that you want to go to. And Smash TV is kind of roguelike in a way too. So that you don't really carry anything over from each run, where this one you do, obviously. You get currency, you carry that to the next run. You can buy things when you get back to your home base. But what's really fun is that there's other contestants that are battling in this Rogue Labyrinth as well. And you can battle them, and if you beat them, then you get their abilities. So that's like part of your powers that you can use their weapons and stuff like that. And then there's boss battles, and there's so many bosses in this game. I completed a couple runs. So when you do, I think it's like 3 boss battles. I think it is. Then you go back to the whole point is like your character is trying to talk to this elder tree to become an elder warrior for the tree. And to do that, they have to go through this game that this rich guy is putting on. Because he's destroying this planet's land, and he's exploiting the land, and he's using the exploitations for running this game show. And anyway, so I was just so impressed that I expected like after I beat the run that I would run into the same bosses the second time through. It was different bosses. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So it's really cool. And it's broken down into acts. And then there's a story that happens. It's really well done. Really enjoying that game a lot. And I played a little bit of Splatoon 3 today as well. That game is still really, really fun. I did get a new controller too. I just want to shout this out. I'm going to talk more about this, but I got this X5. Is it X? Yeah, X5 controller for the Switch. This thing's really awesome. It feels like a pro controller. It has HAP control sticks on it, and this all like lights up as well. Really pretty. For those that are listening to the audio, you can't really see it, but it looks like a 90s kind of like design to it. So I'll put a link in our show notes if you are interested in checking that out. They're a lot cheaper than the Pro controllers too. I think this was like $35. So
is that a Switch 2 controller or a Switch 1?
Yeah, Switch 2. So
okay. Can it turn on your Switch 2?
Yeah. I don't know, actually. You know what? That's a good question. Let me see. No, it cannot. That's the one thing.
Damn. Yeah, I figured.
None of the third-party ones can turn on the Switch, actually. So
I know it's only the Switch 2 controller.
See that?
Well, that's worth the extra $35 just in and of itself to be able to turn it on by pressing the button.
Yeah.
Classic Nintendo.
So anyway, that's what I've been playing. Before we head out, why don't we tell people how they can follow us on social media? Phil, I'll start with you. How are you at social media? Do you use social media? Are you a social person? Is the answer no to all those questions?
No. So man, you just opened up an entire can of worms. So my girlfriend's cousin accused me of being super antisocial the other day, and Rachel's just like, no, and I wasn't there, and she's like, Phil is the most social person I've known in my entire life. So yes, I'm social, but I don't really use social media, which is weird because the word socials, never mind. You guys all get that entire. I'm still on the Twitter, which everybody else hates, and I totally understand why. But for me, it's my best source of information when I'm looking for information, so I still go there. You can find me at BNow23, just the simple ass letter B, NOW23. And I don't really ever tweet anything or X anything or repost or whatever the fucking phrase they want to use these days is. But I'm still there. I'm still lurking and just consuming information there. Some of which is good, some of which is bad. But that's all of social media in general.
That's right. Zeb, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me at Blue Sky at ZeBear and Twitch at Mr. ZeBear and GamerheadsPodcast.com.
Nice. Jake, how can people find you?
Yeah, on Blue Sky at Clobinson, CLOBBINSON, as well as on the Gamerheads site. Look out for my reviews and previews.
Nice. And you can follow us on Blue Sky at GamerheadsPodcast.com. You can also follow me at Rogue Leader 1970 Blue Sky. And like these guys all said, you can go to our website at GamerheadsPodcast.com where you can hear this show, our other episodes, read reviews, previews, news, what have you. So, all right. Well, Phil, thank you so much for joining us this week.
It's fun to be here, and sorry if I caused a ruckus.
No, I'm glad you joined us. It was a good discussion, so thank you for joining us. Jake, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And Zeb, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And listeners, thank you so much for giving us a listen. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe to our podcast. That helps us grow. And then also let us know what you think. We want to hear from you as well. We'll read your reviews on the air. Until next week, everyone, stay safe and game on. Bye.
Bye.
Take care.